everybody, this is Annie B and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and please consider subscribing to my channel, and just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for upcoming videos. As you can see, this is the Dollar Bead Box. I subscribe to this company, and each month I get a box of beads. I usually consider this box a filler box because you don't have that many beads, but so I don't usually do too much with it. But this time when I was putting things up, storing them, I started seeing some items. So let me show you the items that I made. I actually came up with 18, well, not, I said 18, God forbid. I came up with 8 items. So let me share those 8 items with you. But before I move on, let me show you this. I have a pair of cutters that I've had for quite some time. And when your mind leads you not to do something and you go ahead and do it anyway, I didn't listen to that thought. And I shouldn't say a thought. The Lord was just warning me to not cut that wire with these cutters, but I did. And look what happened. As you can see, the tip is gone. So these, I guess they're ruined. I've never heard of them being repaired or anything. So, but and I always put the price down on things. So, and I paid $48.96 back in the day for these. And I just, I'm a little perturbed at myself for not listening, but can't cry over spilled milk. So let's move on to something more happier. Okay, like I said, I did 8 pieces from the Dollar Bead Box. Now this is January, and I know we're in February, but like I said, I wasn't going to do anything with it. But when I started working and putting things away, a couple of pieces spoke to me. So we'll get started with set number 1. This is set number 1. And in all of the bracelet that I use, pretty much I use the 49-strand beading wire. Now for this set, I use the 10mm table cut flower beads. These are some cute little beads. And I use some copper spacer, copper tubing, and I got tons of this. I use the copper crimp tube and crimps, and I use the hook and eye clasp to make this bracelet, and it is so cute. And I am currently in a copper wire class, and we are using copper to make different kinds of rings. So I said, let me give this a shot. I may even take a picture of this and send it to my teacher. Let her know that I am listening. But yeah, I use the table cut, one of the table cut flower beads, and it is on here. It's not coming off. And I made this ring from it, and it turned out quite nice. Let me show you how it looked on my wrist. Okay, that was nice. Okay, this is set number 2. And now for this set, I use the 6mm check glass mushroom beads. And that's a cute name for them. And they just kind of fall into little clumps. And this turned out pretty nice. I use some pebble beads from my stash. I use silver spacer beads. I use silver crimp tube and crimp cover. And I use a toggle clasp. This is a double-sided clasp, and it's always nice when you use a double-sided clasp. You don't have to worry about, the way it's going to hang or lay on your wrist. So I made this, and I use some wire guardian. I like the wire guardian because it just looks more, look a little bit more professional when you use some wire guardians on here. Now for the earrings, I use the same beads, the mushroom beads. I use the the pebble beads that I had, the silver spacer, and I wire wrap the head pin. I wire wrap this head pin here. I don't think you can see that, but it's wire wrapped. And I made this set here, and I used some lever backs, and is a lovely piece, don't you think? So that is set number 2. This is set number 3. Now, set number 3, this is just an experimental piece, and I'm actually trying to come up with a card for the bracelet, and I think I'm on the right track with it now. But for this set, well, not a set, this is just one piece that I made. So to make this bracelet, I use all silver findings. I use a lobster clasp, and I use a crimp and crimp cover, and I use a tiny bell from my stash to kind of make a center point here when it's on your wrist there. And I use these skull beads. We got a ton of those, and this has turned out to be quite nice. I like this. And these are wooden beads, and the wooden beads kind of picks up that color that's in that skull bead there. I started to use turquoise, but that didn't speak to me. So I made this bracelet right here, and this is bracelet number 3. Okay, this is set number 4. Now for this set, as you can see, this is a 2-strand bracelet. And to make this set, I use the crystal carrier beads. I never know what to do with these, so I decided to make them as a focal, and I use the turquoise beads that I had in my stash, and I use all silver findings here. And I also made a matching pair of earrings to go with them, and for the earrings I use this large hoop, and it's quite nice. It looks really nice on your on the ear. And of course, I put a pair of, well, 2 of the turquoise bead that go along with the bracelet. Now for the bracelet, this is a 2-strand, and I always have a problem with the 2-strand because I'm always afraid that one of the strand is going to come out. So what I did, I used 2 crimps for this piece right here, and I built a little channel in here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can bring it up a little bit closer here. For this, okay, there we go. This here is a 2-hole bead, and I brought that wire through those 2-hole beads, and I just brought it up, and I double secured it with a crimp tube in here to make sure that it's secure. That just made me feel better knowing that it is in here. So, but as I said, I used the silver finding, and let's see here, and I use daisy spacer, the silver daisy spacer, and again I use a double-sided toggle clasp for this piece here, and it turned out nice. I just love this, and I love the little turquoise bead that came within this month's box. Let me see, it is it's the check glass melon drop bead, and these are cute. It got that little color in there, that little streak of turquoise, and that's nice. It goes quite well with the beads that I chose. And of course I use a head pin, and I wire wrap them to this loop, the ear loop that I have here. And this turned out nice. This is cute. This may be my favorite. I don't even know if you can call this making anything, because this is the quickest bracelet that you can make, and they are always giving us these kind of beads right here. And this is a no-brainer bracelet right here, because I used that 7-inch check glass beads, the chain that came in, the coral and pink. So I made this bracelet. The only thing I did was add a lobster clasp and a jump ring for closure, and bam, you got a bracelet. If you ever in a craft show and you want to guarantee, just have some kind of little a gimmick to get people over. You can pull this out and say, I guarantee you can make a bracelet within less than 10 minutes. And all you have to do is just add the little connectors to it, your lobster clasp and your jump ring, and they will walk away happy. That's the beginner side of it. So that is it for me. And if you hold on just a sec, I will show you an overview of the things that I make, give you a better picture of it. And thank you again so much for watching. And you all take care and be safe. Bye-bye.